Emotional Resilience 101 is the ultimate guide to feel happier, overcome depression, manage stress, and more. Stick with me for all 5 video lessons to achieve astonishing results with minimal effort. Lesson 1: the chemistry of emotions and the stress response. What is emotional resilience? Well, we don't always have control over what happens in our lives, but we do have control over how we respond. Do we bounce back or do we break? Emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to stressful situations. Emotionally resilient people are able to roll with the punches. That means that whatever happens, we are going to be okay. Being emotionally resilient improves the quality of our lives. It reduces anxiety, worry, and stress, and increases confidence and inner peace. In order to become more emotionally resilient, we need to understand some of the natural processes of the body so that we can work in harmony with those processes and have greater success. The first thing we need to understand is that emotions are chemical. There is a physiological reason why we feel the way we do. Our brains have a reward center, and when it is flooded by feel-good chemicals, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, endorphins, we feel happy. We also have stress chemicals, cortisol and adrenaline. These make us feel stressed and also cause physiological changes in our bodies, which I'll explain later. Our mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being are all interconnected. For example, our body chemistry affects our emotions. Our emotions affect our thoughts, words, and actions. And our thoughts, words, and actions affect our body chemistry. In order to feel better, we want to decrease stress chemicals and increase feel-good chemicals by changing what we do, say, and think. It is easier to control what we do than it is to control what we think. It's nearly impossible to just think ourselves out of depression, yet we are not helpless, because there are so many things that we can do to change the chemistry in our body, and that makes us feel better. Our actions are our point of power. In the following videos, I'll be sharing specific actions that change the chemistry in the body. And there are more tips to increase feel-good chemicals and decrease stress chemicals on the Hope for Healing website at hopeforhealingfoundation.org. We also need to understand what the stress response is and how it affects our body and our health. The stress response is the body's survival mechanism. It is designed to help keep us safe, and it's activated when we feel stressed, worried, fearful, or anxious. When we're stressed or scared, it triggers our bodies to produce cortisol. These chemicals activate the fight or flight system throughout the body. It acts sort of like a turbo boost function to give the extra energy needed to handle the emergency at hand, like running away from a bear, for example. It gets this extra energy by diverting energy away from other systems, like your digestive system, immune system, reproductive system, and so on. When the danger is over, the body should return to our normal rest and digest system, and the energy is redirected back to the digestive system, immune system, and so on. These natural processes of our autonomic nervous system are designed to keep us alive and safe. However, problems arise when we are chronically stressed and keep our body stuck in the fight or flight mode. We're just not going to feel good when our digestive system, immune system, and other necessary systems aren't working properly. In fact, according to the CDC, over 90% of our health problems are related to stress. Furthermore, our autonomic nervous system cannot tell the difference between the physical danger of being chased by a bear or being stressed about our kids, our work, our finances, our relationships, and so on. So it's very easy to trigger that fight or flight mode and stay there. The opposite of the stress response is called the relaxation response. The relaxation response signals the body to return to the rest and digest state. The stress response, relaxation response, and cortisol levels are affected by what we do, say, and think. And that means that we can do something about it. To feel better, we decrease stress chemicals and increase feel-good chemicals by changing what we do, say, and think. It's easier to control what we do than it is to control what we think. It's pretty hard to just choose to stop worrying and choose to feel peaceful. So, again, it is our actions that are our greatest point of personal power. I'm going to share a couple ways to activate the relaxation response that signals the body to return to the rest and digest state. When we're startled or frightened, a natural response is to gasp. A gasp is a quick intake of breath. You are instinctively taking in extra oxygen, so you'll be ready to run away from that bear. You're also triggering the stress response. To activate the relaxation response, we want to do the opposite. Instead of inhaling quickly, we want to exhale slowly. This tells the body that it's safe and it's okay to return to the rest and digest state. Concentrating on our breathing is one of the fastest ways to activate the relaxation response. We want to continue for 1 to 2 minutes to help the body make that transition from fight or flight to rest and digest. Here are some more tips to concentrate on our breathing. Put one hand over your chest and one hand over your belly. When you breathe, notice which hand is moving. If the hand over your chest is moving, that is shallow breathing and it doesn't fully oxygenate the blood. We want the hand over our belly to move, and the hand over our chest should hold still. This is called deep breathing or belly breathing, and this kind of breathing helps to activate the relaxation response. Another method to help us concentrate on our breathing is called box breathing. To do box breathing, we inhale slowly for a count of 4, and then hold our breath for a count of 4, and then exhale slowly for a count of 4, and then hold our breath for a count of 4, and then repeat. So it sort of makes a repeating box pattern. And continue this pattern for 1 to 2 minutes. We can also activate the relaxation response by doing things that create lots of positive feel-good chemicals, and I'll be sharing several ways to do that in Lesson 2. So please watch the next video.